Good morning, everyone. This morning we're talking about first commission for rookie James Lamplauer, what he's going to spend it on, and life of a real estate agent coming up shortly.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Good morning, Mr. Lamplauer.
Good morning, Mr. Novak. How's things?
Good, very good, very good. We're going to talk about, this is all about you, this show. So in business, in the real estate business for almost a year, finally drawn blood in terms of earning commission earnings. It's the first quarter where you've been fair and square selling in sales, working hard. And for anyone who's considering getting into real estate business, what it was like for you and what are you going to do with your money? Let's talk about it.
Well, there's been some blood, sweat, and tears along the way, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, look, it's the beginning, and I'm super pumped by it. So I don't have immediate plans for the money, and it's all going towards trying to get into the property game myself. So aspiring to become an investor as quickly as possible. So that's the long-term goal, but the short-term goal is to keep as much of it in the bank as possible, actually, Mark.
Yeah, right. So a part of our conversation, the first thing I asked you when you answered the phone was how did you sleep? And I think you said, what did you say?
Not like a baby. I had a little bit of adrenaline going through the system, I think.
And then you turned around and said, mate, I just saw the commission in my account, and what did you do with the commission?
What did I do with the commission? Well, as it stands, nothing. It's sitting there. I squared myself up a little bit, if you like, without going into too much detail of my own finances, but squared myself up a little bit, and the nest is now building. So I'm pumped. What did you do with your commission, Mark? You must have had a little nugget or two yesterday too.
For me, it's as an owner of the business, like you're collecting, paying bills for that 12-week period, and then you're paying out obviously at the end of the quarter. Good question. I guess. Look, I don't get it's for me. It's actually quite the opposite. It's actually it's you're paying out. It's bills. You're like, but it's been a really exciting environment where, for me. With going through all the sales reps commissions, you're generally looking for stuff that's not claimed correctly or underclaimed or overclaimed. Generally, it's for me, paying commissions is an overwhelmingly exciting time because everyone's benefiting around you. But at the same time, you're pulling agents up for things that they've claimed that you're not paying. So sometimes I try to remember and remind myself this is a beautiful time for the sales guys out there getting paid. Don't poo-poo it. Don't shit on it. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though, hang on a sec, you've charged too much here or you shouldn't have charged that over there, you've sort of got to look at that as that's the very small part of what's being done. And the very big part is everyone's done it really well. But for me, in COVID times, it's, agents are still making commission, which is interesting. We're not gloating at all. I guess that's just a fact. We're almost embarrassed to admit it because you look at 5% of the industries in the country in pain and you don't like that. But back to you. So you've cleaned up. So you've worked so hard. Now I do have to say to anyone who's watching, who's considering getting into real estate, I do have to say that the workload that you've put in as a young gun in sales has been overwhelming. And you take it for granted, and probably I take it for granted. But allow me to explain.
Yep.
You work on Sundays.
Yep. I sure do.
You turn up into the office at 8:15 every day.
Yep.
Make yourself a coffee or two straight away. You're a coffee fiend, yeah. You leave the office on a Monday night at 8:00.
Yep.
During the week, what time do you finish normally during the week, young rookie?
Ooh. I probably would say there might be one day a week that I might leave at 5:30.
Yep.
I try and give myself that. Often try and give myself it on a Tuesday after the later finish. But generally, average is probably around sort of 7:00. So, it's a bit different every other day, and it depends what's happening. But I actually find myself most productive at that time anyway, when everyone clears out of the office, and it allows me a bit of breathing time. There's less distractions there. So I think you can be far more productive in those hours anyway, which is, it's a good thing. So.
You are taking inquiries before you get to work?
Yeah,
and
for the most part.
People?
Yeah.
You are taking inquiries after you've left work?
Yeah, 24 hours a day.
Your WhatsApp group monitoring, adding, subtracting, modifying, discussing, reading, reviewing, your WhatsApp group activity in our sales team is off the charts. You're doing a lot of work. We do a lot internally on that. You work a Saturday. You work a Sunday. Mate, you've worked, for anyone who's watching that's not in real estate, you're a young guy in real estate. You've started, you got in probably almost 12 months ago now. In this last quarter, you finally earned some, you've drawn blood and you've earned some commission for your hard work. Is it always going to be like that as a real estate agent, or how do you find now? What's your next challenge? And now that okay, if we look at a really short term, what's the next quarter going to look like for you in terms of workload, clients? What does it look like?
It's a good question, actually. In terms of if you want to quantify it. The next quarter is looking better than this quarter already, or just about.
Yep.
With a couple of months left of selling, or a month and a half left of selling or so, until the sort of cutoff point. So it's looking like it's set to improve. But in terms of the work itself, I think there were times where, with things being new, it takes a little bit longer and it's a bit more stressful at the time. So with a little bit of luck, as I'm getting more confident and familiar, I'm hoping that these tasks previously that would have taken me a bit longer will be decreasing in time, and I'll become more efficient. So I don't expect the workload to change, and I wouldn't necessarily want it to. But I think the next quarter is becoming more efficient, becoming sharper. Trying to sharpen the blade, as you say. So just refining what I'm trying to do.
I love it. Now I'm just back. I didn't have the comments button on, and I've just switched over. Good morning to Anmel. Good morning to Luke. Luke wants to know: are you spending it on a deposit of investment property?
That's the number one spend. It's not going to happen yet, but it's the one goal I'm aiming for. So I've set myself in my head, and if it all continues to go to plan, I want to, if I can, the goal is to try and get one new investment a year moving forward, minimum. We'll see what happens, but that's the goal.
Massive.
So I'm 25 now. It's been a year in a new industry, and see what happens by the time I'm 30.
What did you do since you left school? Tell us all.
I went to uni in the UK. I was living in the UK. I was doing education. I played a lot of tennis and coached a lot of tennis. So I traveled a lot around Europe, coaching, working, doing odd bits. And I came back to Australia 3 years ago today and continued to do my tennis, had a little business, and decided I wanted to do something different. So coming up to a year over here, and I've loved it. I haven't for a second wanted to do anything different. So I want to keep it going the same way and keep pumping.
Your barber says that you look like shit compared to when you first started in real estate.
He's probably right. But There you go. Maybe that's the next quarter's goal, to try and look after myself a little bit more, and we'll see what happens.
Your barber is concerned. I think the words were used. You were good looking before, and now you're not. You look
Well, we
stressed.
don't want that, do we? We don't want that, do we? We'll have to go back to
Jeff
the old.
Jeff Luby says, "Suck it up and save. No smashed avo." Mark Novak for Prime Minister. Luke says, "Be patient." It's all about the leftover, mate. It's so true. It's so true. You got to make sure you're saving that with your commissions. So, what is Rookie spending his first commission on? Good morning to Rosie as well. So, what are you going to spend the commission on?
I like it here, Jeff.
Nothing.
Jeff says, "Suck it up and save. No smashed avo." No, I won't be having any smashed avo in the Sydney cafes. Let's keep that out. But yeah, there's only one goal. I don't need anything. I'm set up, so I just want to save it and not spend any of it if I can. That's the goal. Be patient.
So you're living modestly. Your sister's bought a place. You're helping them out. You're living with them.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me saying that. But
right.
So the bill, the bills are relatively low, so you can save. You will get into your first. You are getting into your first home and saving towards that. That's bloody exciting. I do have to say, it's been enjoyable working with you and training you, because as a trainer and anyone who's looking at getting into real estate like Rookie, I think the talents that you have is that you were a professional tennis coach, teaching people how to be better at tennis. And I find that me training you, that you picking up on nuances and being able to repeat those once you've learnt them has been part of your success to actually being able to stay in the industry and make a commission. So I think your pain threshold's pretty high, where you can be pain can be inflicted on you from mistakes or just not knowing, and you can actually take that into your stride, not take it personal, and then move forward from that. Eat, sleep, repeat. So I'm really excited. I'm excited that I've logged today, and I'm excited to look back in as years to come on these moments, because guys and girls, watch James Lamplauer, watch his career. If I had to have a tip, I'm backing this horse. You've done well. No pressure
moving forward. No, it's good. It's like anything. You want to be able to celebrate your own little successes, not too extravagantly, but it's nice to have these as platforms and springboards. And I'm excited for the future to come. So let's keep it going.
So next quarter, 20% more, 30% more, 20% less. Where's it at?
At the moment, we're on basically the same sort of figures, and I've got a couple of deals pending, a couple commercial deals working on, couple properties to get sold in the next week or two. So I think up and up, Mark. I'm sure there'll be hiccups, but up and up. What about you,
Luke?
Go on. Sorry.
Hey?
I was going to say,
pressure creates diamonds. And Anmar reckons you should buy an Apple product. It sounds like something I do. What did you just ask?
I was going to say, through your sales career, you had quite an illustrious sales career from an early age. Did you find that in your first 4 to 6 to 8 quarters, it was always up, or is it something that comes in waves? Or is it something that comes in waves? Always
up and up and up. Always up. I think the secret to that is you just collect good habits and you dispose of bad habits consistently. And I think that your customers are attracted to that. They are paying you for your good habits, and they will continue to pay you for your good habits. So, if you are good at your craft, you just get paid for it, and people are attracted to you for it. Now, as I said to you before on the phone, it can't be a secret. You can't be a tosser about it, but it can't be a secret. So every time one has a success, or one has a system that's working, or another client that's happy, and another client that's happy, buying and another client that's happy selling, the message has to be passed to the public, and that's without wank. So people can want to be part of that. So when they sell, they want to feel like that. So I think part of back to with my career and growing every quarter, I think if you keep those things in place, you keep collecting good habits, you keep disposing of bad habits, you consistently do that, it grows.
Well, I can remember back to probably one of the first conversations we had, and from the get-go, you've always been just trying to instill an ethos within me, which has been hard work and all of these little things that are little habits to live by. And you see someone like yourself who continues to do these on a day-to-day basis, which at the time it's like that's like impressive that someone can be that consistent with these things. But it goes to show, and the more and more these things are taken on board, it becomes easier. And I'm seeing myself falling into the trap where I love my job more than more than I thought I would. So it's not a chore in the slightest, and it's been a pleasure. So thanks for the year of mentoring me and putting up with my sometimes slow, sometimes sloppy, habits that I'm trying to ingrain. I got told actually by a little birdie a couple of weeks ago. Someone who I was speaking to said, actually, Mark Novak, you'd probably put him in the top 3 mentors in the country. I don't know if I've told you that, but someone from outside the doors of Novak was talking praise very highly of you and the way you go about mentoring people.
That sounds like you've been speaking to my mum.
Could have been.
my number one fan. But no, just thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. But mate, well done, guys and girls. I hope if you have benefited from one piece of advice or any advice or this experience or anything out of this show today, we have done our job and we are happy. It's a pleasure to share this journey and this road of yours, Jane, with everyone publicly. Thank you, everyone, for your comments. Anything else you want to say, buddy?
Let's go again. Day 1, quarter. We call it quarter 3. Let's go hard. I'm excited.
Let's do this, Jane, Luke, and Mal. Guys, take care. Love you guys as well, and have a great weekend, everyone, huh?
Beautiful.
See you, legend. Bye. Bye.